Jess, you're here. I'm running a little late because, well, for several reasons. One, because there's more drama with the family stuff. What's up with the live? What do you mean, what's up? Something up? Something wrong? That's cat live? Hello, hello. Oh, guys, I missed you so much. All right, let me try to get this up. You just joined? Yeah, I just got here. I just got here. You guys have been here, right? I just heard some more news about my antics of my eldest son who's been antiquing. He's been doing stuff that hasn't been so good. And so I got sidetracked for a second. But yeah, he's okay. No, that's my youngest son. My youngest son is not into antics. My youngest son is well behaved. My oldest son, he's a good kid. I don't even know how to explain it, but he's a Pisces. So, you know how Pisces, I think they just want their world to be a certain way, and so just Pisces alone is good, right? He's sweet, he's dreamy. If he stuck with his Pisces energy and didn't stray from that, I think he would be fine. But then he's got Scorpio rising, which makes him he kind of wants to control things, right? He has this sort of power control thing going on. Then he has an Aries moon, which makes him impulsive. And here we go we're about to be in an Aries moon. So that definitely could cause him to do some impulsive things without thinking. And he's already has a habit of that kind of thing. So, yeah. All right. Back live again. Hi guys, hi Effa. So I'm trying to get pull up everything up on my YouTube on my computer so I can read the messages. So I decided to make that thumbnail so you can see the lights and the dark side of me. I kind of not sure really what the in-between side of me is. What is the middle me? I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Something in between is, I guess, what you see right now. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. And so yeah, oh yeah, the 20th. So wherever you guys are, if it's some of you are already on the 20th and some of you are about to be in the 20th. I'm in the 19th on the evening, 19th eve. So I thought it would be a good time to go ahead, and for a lot of you who have different time zones, then okay, so let me get all caught up here. So Aries, okay, let me just put, first of all, Aries is an okay sign. Specifically though, if you're feminine or female, I feel like Aries is a really good sign for females. I don't know, I like Aries females. Aries man though, I I up until a certain point, I had only had one experience with an Aries man, and that was my dad. And he was very well, he was like Aries to the extreme. But as I got older, I realized Aries come in a lot of variety. You know, there's the quiet, there's the laid back Aries. They don't all have to be crazy, flamboyant, whatever. So I know there's a lot of good Aries guys out there too. It's just you know, Aries is Aries. Aries is a good sign. I just I happen to like Aries females a lot. So it is what it is. But there's tends to be, a fiery, impulsive energy. And when that's mixed with the wrong kind of elements around you, sometimes you tend to do things without thinking. Yeah, I mean, it's all about balance. That's one aspect. Of course, there's so many more things than beside astrology that comes into play with people's personalities, right? But astrology is one way I like that helps me at least be understanding of a person's, flaws and faults and good sides and the negative sides, because we all have choices. We can all do what we need to do with what we've got. But I think we definitely have all been born with a sort of thumbprint, right? This is kind of like what you've been born with. Now use this to the best of, the best of your advantage. Like, so take all the great parts of this and use it for good, and diminish the negative qualities, and don't like highlight those. I just think that's what we're all trying to do when it comes to what we've been given. So yeah. But I definitely believe that we have a basic thumbprints. I don't think everything is environment or how you're raised. I think some, because that just can't be like all three of my kids are so different. You can tell that when you have children, how you can raise all three kids exactly the same way, but they're all going to respond a little bit differently. And that goes beyond something, right? That's beyond something. That's part of personality. It's something that is inherent. You had a situation with an Aries male, and man, was he such a narcissist. I believe it. I think an Aries man can tend to be a narcissist, maybe more than a lot of other signs, maybe Leos as well. But yeah, I I think that is definitely possible. Okay, I'm gonna make a list now. So Tuesday Night Live. I'm so glad you guys are here. I thought you had out of sight, out of mind. Oh, Cherry, who's that? I took Friday night off to finish working on Sammy. Sammy is my youngest son. He's the one, like some of you might remember. He's the one that did that went live with me once. He liked it a lot, but he realized how much work it is, and he decided that wasn't really for him, but he did like it. He did enjoy it. But yeah, and he's the one that was Link. If you check out, I mean, if you really want to snoop on me, on my Instagram, on Sun's Day, the day that International Sun's Day, you can see a picture of Sergio, who's my oldest son. There's a picture for him, and then there's a picture for Sammy, my youngest son. Anyway, two sons. I'm blessed to have two sons and a daughter in the middle. Okay, so Glaki, you want $5? Next in love. Okay. Aw, discouraged and lonely. I know how you feel. I'm not quite discouraged. A little bit lonely sometimes, but you know what? I'm not really lonely, and like I have a lot of camaraderie in my life. I have a lot of love, family love in my life. I have a lot of furry love in my life. So I'm okay, it would be nice to have a romantic love, but I'm not willing to give up. I'm not willing to settle this time. So I'd rather just have like a calm, pleasant life without this whatever that we have to deal with sometimes when there's struggles. And just wait for the right time. I'd rather just wait for the right time. So I'm fine. Even though I know how you feel. But but it's important that instead of seeing yourself as lonely, just see yourself as alone, but in a good way. Like you enjoy your own company, or choose the people you want to hang out with if you can. Like if you have friends or family you want to hang out with, or whatever. But anyway, make girlfriends. Girlfriends are a really good way of sharing that oxytocin. oxytocin. I think that's the female hormone gene that's like it's a good energy that like you hang out with girlfriends and it's like you're vibing like that. You're like, and it just fills you up good inside. That's how I feel when I'm with you guys. Okay. So Jess, we got you down. Number 2. Hi, Guacamole. Hi, Jess. Guess we're early because I was late. Yep. Guacky, guacky, guacky. Yes. I'm sorry, Jess. I know this is hard on you because it's hard for you to stay up in the first place. And honey, what's up with the live? Hi, Maya. Hi, Miriam and Cole. Yeah, so there, if, I had the moon. That was the other thing that made me late. Like, I was doing fine, but then I just went nuts on my thumbnails, and so that took me a little while. And then I had my music rehearsal, my German club singing today. It's like, I'll get back in the swing of scheduling correctly soon enough. Hey, Leah Michelle, and I hope everything is well. Okay, yes. And Cole, first time I've caught you live. I think Gemini Sun, Cancer Moon, Aries Rising. What? And Venus. Okay. Just welcome everyone. I went in on tonight. I want in on tonight. Okay, honey, you're in. Sunny King. I hope I got this right. So I've got Guaki, Jess, Sunny King. Everybody wants some love messages, and I know why, because we're right in the heart um of Libra season, and I was feeling like this was going to be a good time for love coming up since our new moon. And so here's what it is. New moon in Libra was supposed to build and culminate into this full moon of Aries. Something's supposed to happen, but for a lot of people, things are just still kind of stale or still, basically. So it could be the full moon in Aries that starts the spark. But here's another phase about to come up between the full moon in Aries and Scorpio season coming. Between the full moon in Aries and then Mars entering Aries at the end of the month, then we have another period here where things start to heat up a little bit. So if you're feeling like the beginning of the month really didn't give you any satisfaction like you were hoping for, I feel like that might be still coming. That's the collective feeling right here. Okay. Yeah. So full moon in Aries. All right, Effa. And you're in the 20th. How's the day looking so far? Wichita, Kansas, USA. Yep, I've got same time as you, cool. I'm Texas, Houston, Texas, so I'm Central Time. Aries men do not recommend. Sorry, hashtag sorry Aries men. I know. The only Aries that I've ever been attracted to is Captain America. What's his name? I'm blanking on his name, but of course it was etched in my brain because that's all I could think of. I could think about him for a long time there, but yeah, there's just generally speaking there is not. I don't feel an attraction for the Aries. Okay. Oh, F, I didn't know that would explain a lot. Okay, I'm Aries with a Leo moon and Virgo rising. I have a Virgo rising. Next up, oh no, a Virgo moon, sorry. Okay, so guacamole's got it. Jess M, guacamole, Sunna King, and Effa. There you go. I'll send in the AM if you add me. Sure. Okay, let's add Honey to number 5. And I know, Honey, I know you're super generous. It's good. I trust. We got a deal going. so Honey is cash apping me whenever she can, and she's good. No, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Anyway, whenever you can. Terry. Hi, Terry. Page of Swordsing. Can we do just M first, just in case she needs to go to bed soon? Sure, yes. That's nice. Yes. The oldest zodiac is Pisces, for sure. Okay, Terry donated through PayPal. All right. Yeah, I kind of just like hanging sometimes. All right, so if you wouldn't mind, Guaki, squeezing in Honey between Effa and Terry. I don't know who came first, but. And here we have MG Vis. Thank you. Number 7. Tarot, please. Current situation regarding love. Everybody wants to know about love tonight. Okay, well, I definitely have my love cards, and then I have Halloween decks, but the Halloween decks are really good. They're good about focusing on love, so we'll look at them. Oh no, this is all still a little. Okay. Yes. So, yeah. Add MG Vis love, and then we'll be somewhat closed. We had sort of lighter donations, so I think we'll be okay. I actually was gonna start the night saying, "Oh, let's just do a short night tonight," and now I feel like doing a long night because I haven't even started yet. All right. Okay, perfect, Guaki. Thank you. Yes, it is closed. Amber Vigil. If it's not worth it, leave it alone. My twin left me for karmic after 6 days. Ah. And no, Jolene, of course not. I can squeeze you. Jolene is always squeezable, squeezably soft. Okay. Of course we can. Okay. So I'll start. I will start with Jess, and then I'll go to Guac. So I managed to do all of that without my glasses. Like, I can see the computer without my glasses. I just can't see this one. So maybe I'll just keep them nearby. You're a walking marshmallow. Hey, me too. Okay, Jess. So, Libra. I'm Libra rising. My mama is Libra. You just want a fun little reading? Okay, let's do fun. We're gonna do the Halloween. Everybody scream, it's Halloween. This is the cutest deck ever, and it has really happy messages for the most part. It's like, it's hard to be mad at you, deck. You're so nice. Okay, before I start, I'm gonna try to do this gently without knocking things over. There we go, I did it. Oh, thank you, Jolene. That's a nice, generous donation. And I like your little emoji. Your little thank you. Thank you for your thank you. Those always make me laugh and cheer me up. Not that I really need cheering. I had a wonderful weekend, so I'm feeling very happy. Yesterday I just chilled. Today I was like, I need to get back to work, but I didn't want to. I wanted to keep chilling. I just want to stay fairy mode forever and never leave the forest. Okay. Let's see about... I had a little extra. So, oh, that's nice. Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. Wow, I'm so lucky that I'm somebody's favorite person. Alrighty, Jess. Let's see what's coming up for you. Fun reading for Jess. Now my daughter feels how my daughter feels about being a mermaid. Oh yeah. Oh, I love watching mermaids. Just, you know, like those mermaids that buy those really fancy tails. I just love watching them. If I was, I guess I shouldn't like restrict myself. I can be oversized mermaid, but maybe the tails are more expensive, more material. I've always wanted to have one of those tails and just like underwater. That seems kind of it seems like a very aerobic workout to me, but that's beautiful. Okay. Ooh, all right. First out, you have Strength. Strength card for you, my dear, my dear, my dear. Just so I'm just gonna see what the strength. So this is a lion tamer, and the lion tamer has to be stronger than the lion. And the use of gentle persuasion over force, inner strength, quiet determination, utilizing your best instincts. Normally when I see the strength card, I think of the relationship between Beauty and the Beast. And I think it still kind of applies, you know, like you can apply this kind of interpretation to a person or to your life. You know, it's like if life is the beast, then approach it with not with force and like grabbing life and knocking, you know, but gently coaxing it, like walking up to a unicorn and making it trust you, you know, something like that. It's like learning how to persuade people to trust you and feel comfortable with you. So, oh my God, that just reminded me. I saw this coolest TikTok where this guy he's like, yesterday came out and I was trying to make friends with this blackbird and I was going to share my food with him, but he didn't want to have anything to do with me. But today he came back and there's this whole video of him being friends with the blackbird and the blackbird flying onto his arm and sitting on his head and hanging out and being petted and all of that. I'm like, aw, that's so nice. You know, like that's sweet. So that's kind of how it is. It may take a little time, a little patience for somebody to come around, right? But gentle, kind persuasion does the trick. This could also represent a Leo coming into your life, perhaps. But I feel like, and see, she's, you know, this lady here, she has sort of a loving look, like it's gonna be okay, lion. It's gonna be okay. So maybe, you know, whatever you're dealing with, you're the one that people look to for the gentle persuasion. And that also reminds me of the Aries moon message that came to me this morning as I was meditating, that Aries makes us want to rush into things, but because Mercury still got a little influence because of the shadow phase, we still have to be a little bit cautious. So it's kind of like temperance. It's kind of like this strength card where it's like soft control. It's like you have to control these strong desires and rein them in just a little bit. All right. So apply that to pretty much every area in your life, including your love life. You know, if you see somebody you're interested in, play the coquette a little bit initially. Be gentle and persuasive. It's just like if you have pets, okay? So think this is the way it is with men, I think, in the most part. Not that I see men as cats, but I think you can apply the way the cat behaves maybe similarly. Thank you, Amber. So this is what you do. Like, you know how you want a cat to come up on your lap and pet it? Well, if you want this cat and you get up and you chase it all around the house, the cat's going to constantly run away from you. But you know the times where the cats come jump on your lap is when you're sitting there on the computer or on your phone and you don't care about them. And then they like come up and they wave their tail in your face and you're like, ah, that's exactly when they, so that's kind of the approach you have to have with guys too, I guess, or somebody you're interested in. Just, and I mean, don't do it on purpose. I'm not saying like manipulate and play games and stuff. I'm just saying when you least expect it, that's when this person's, it's not going to be somebody you have to chase. They're going to be right there. They're going to like climb on top of your computer desk. Basically, and you're gonna look up and you're like, oh, there's this guy. Hey, so then when that happens, that's the next step, okay? The next step is not grabbing them like this. And this is what I'm learning, okay? Because I get all excited when somebody pays me a specific person pays attention to me. I get all excited and I want to grab onto them. And then I'm like, nope. Everybody listen, try not to grab onto that thing that you're as soon as they like give you some hi Tiffany, if they're, let's say, okay, if you're in a twin flame relationships, or some of you this might be, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for that person to finally communicate or make a move or whatever, and they do, and then you go nuts and you're like, I love you and I want to be with you forever and ever, never let you go, never, 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 don't do that. Okay, just like, hey, rocking and rolling and whatnot. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm fine too. I'm not saying, I'm honestly not saying to act and pretend and be fake, but find that cool and rein it in a bit, just rein it in a bit, and find the right words to convey a person happy but in control, this, okay? Tempered, calm, bubbling with enthusiasm, but holding it in. Just don't let it all out all at once. You got to gain their trust. You've got to find a way to convince them that you're fine, that everything's gonna be fine. If they talk to you, that the world won't come crashing down. So you just be nice and tempered. I'm spending a lot of time in this one particular card, Jess, but I feel like there's a huge message there. See, this came out. Just this Knight of Bats came out in the reading and pile something. Shh, what pile is it? Go check that out. And if you pick the Knight of Bats card, then you'll know that this represents a person who is excited and determined to see you. This could be your energy, like this wanting to rush forward, but I think you've decided no, I'm going. It's the chill energy that attracts the other person to come rushing towards you. It's just totally being chill and being like, I'm good, I'm good in my skin, I'm good with myself, I like everything that I am, the way things are, I'm good. And then they're like, oh, I must be with you because your energy, I just gotta be in your presence. So yeah, this is an energetic idealist who defies himself by his actions. Well-intentioned, though, sometimes, sometimes this action can get people in trouble sometimes, but also it's necessary in certain circumstances. So I don't know what is going on with. I think my bulb just went out. Okay, so now I'm blue. Blue abadi. Okay, now I'm bright. I don't know what to do about this light. And then you also got the world. And that one also came out. The world is having it all, having completion. So I feel like the Knight of Imps is going to be a good card because it leads to the world. It leads to this fulfillment, this great feeling that's happening. And you can apply that to any area of your life. You know, I know right now you're not actually seeing anyone, but there is a chance that somebody could come rushing through, you know. Um, but there, but the world is good. It's like a oneness with others and the world around you, a spiritual understanding, success, euphoria, this cycle completing, like completing projects, travel even, and things like that. Exactly. So, yeah. Yeah, Tiffany, I can add, I think I can add you. Let's see. But definitely after Tiffany. All right, because I just been rambling and rambling. Okay, we're gonna make that your tarot reading, and I'm gonna just see like I'm just gonna see what kind of Halloween oracle will come up for you. I got eternal love on the bottom. Yeah, let's see what is this all applying to. We've got this really great message. Now I'm really curious, what part of your life is this actually applying to? Thank you. So you've got, okay, interesting. You have the jack-o'-lantern, maybe somebody named Jack coming in. Jack-o'-lantern, which is protection. And you have winter, the sacredness of pausing, which could be a season that something interesting is happening here. Protection makes me think that you want that there could be somebody that is protective of you, or you're being protective of yourself, but there could be a good person that's actually wants to be protective of you. Let's take a look at this. So jack-o'-lantern, somebody coming in at Christmas. I feel it. Oh Jack, let me carve my protection. Shine your fire outwards, evil rejection and reflection. Halloween wouldn't be the same without the carving of pumpkins into scary jack-o'-lanterns, glowing menacingly from porches, dinner tables, and porches everywhere. uh, Jacks actually have a rich history and a spiritual bent. The original term for jack-o'-lantern was a will-o'-wisp, an old British term. The will-o'-wisp was a small bundle of sticks used as a flame or torch. The Celts, the Irish, and those living in the Scottish Highlands all carved winter vegetables. Winter vegetables. Not just pumpkins, but also parsnips, carrots, or beets. The time around Samhain was, of course, when the Fae and goblins were said to be roaming wild, and so the lanterns were intended to both be scary and to light the way in the dark. Today, carving pumpkin jack-o'-lanterns has become an art in itself and a true icon of Halloween. Intricate designs, both scary and funny, can be found in almost every home that celebrates the holiday. Both electric light and candles now illuminate the inside of lanterns. Know that you are protected and that you are capable of creating the life that you want, and that the universe supports you in this should Jack shine his light upon you. Ooh, what if you date a guy named Jack? Boundaries are important to teach people how to treat us, and drawing this card indicates you may wish to renew the ones you have or to establish new ones. So just sort of reflect on what your current boundaries are. What are you going to allow and what will you not allow anymore? And it's interesting. The Nightmare Before Christmas is both a Halloween and a Christmas story. And my niece, she said, and so the Renaissance Festival goes all the way in every weekend until November, and then the very last one is a Christmas themed. And so we were thinking about going back for that one. And then my niece is gonna go in her Halloween costume, which is Sally, and she's like, it makes sense because Nightmare Before Christmas is both a Halloween and a Christmas story. And I was getting that a lot in one of these readings. There was a whole Halloween Christmas connection there kind of going. So some of you, and specifically Jess, you're going to feel this connection, something happening right now this month that's going to connect sort of to Christmas for you somehow, or winter, but specifically Christmas for you, I think, Jess. Okay, so let's talk about winter a little bit. Yes, and so lightly I step, for the earth falls asleep, a lullaby to rest and pause, the soul's secret to keep. Death is frightening, even though, or perhaps because, it is inescapable. However, as we move into winter, we know it signals a literal and metaphysical death. In some parts of the planet, the extreme weather means snow and ice buries all life, and the ground lies fallow and still. In winter, the earth slows down, and there is less light and often more wet weather. Many plants die back, many animals are less active, and traditionally, it was a leaner, more difficult time for those who worked on the land for their living. Winter often brought with it the end of a cycle, a figurative or literal death. Should the winter card appear to you, it's time to let what no longer serves you die away, where it seems natural and right to let things that have been bothering you for some time die back. Take real action to change those things. Anything that is superfluous, extra, and burdensome, release it. You've already done great strides in that regard, and it's basically keeping it up. And I think I feel, you know, from emotional, spiritual things all the way to really like mundane, practical cleaning house kinds of things, like if it's so funny because it's, how one thing always leads to another. Well, this weekend, trying to find costumes to go to the Renaissance Festival, specifically to find my son's old Link costume. He's like, it's in this closet. I know it is. Okay, so I pull everything out of that closet behind me, the one with the drape on it. And it wasn't in there. But guess what? There's all these photo albums, blah, blah, blah. So I just started cleaning stuff. So I cleaned a little bit more. It's still not perfectly clean, but I got a lot cleaned out, and that felt good. Then I went into my closet, and I'm like, okay, it's got to be in here somewhere. So I'm like, started from the right side of the closet, moved to the left. Of course, it was on the left side. So I'm cleaning the whole closet until I find it. I'm like, okay, there it is. But yet I cleaned the closet. So yay me, like whatever, it was meant to be. So that was another thing that made me tired last week, cleaning closets. Cleaning closets, making costumes, making wigs, going to the festival. And now I'm back here again with you guys. But anyway, so that's my life, I do go out sometimes, but it's always family related. I'm going to do one more real quick reading. One more quick deck. Yes, I wonder. Let's see if the Autumn's Delight can tell us more specifically. Grounding. Spirit is saying you're protected, number 1. Number 2, somebody still rushing into your life. But there's things you still have to clear away between now and winter, Christmas. You've done a really good so far. I'm hearing your ancestors want to speak to you somehow. There is interesting. Okay, this is good. This will clear things up. So grounding just means put your feet on the ground, and you can do, earthing where you heal yourself by the ground. But grounding is also just like be practical about when you and really think about what is it that you're overlooking, because there's something inconspicuous. You're not seeing it very clearly. It's part of a pattern that you've been involved in and something that you have to release. So this is just kind of like, hey Jolene, it's like just get back to this. Like figure out what is this thing that you might be repeating? Like you've done a lot of work, but there's still some things that you gotta understand or figure out. And then tradition makes me feel like your like Thanksgiving, but holidays. And tradition with patterns makes me feel like there's some things that maybe there's a part of you feel that this is okay because everybody does it like that. Just because everybody does it like that doesn't necessarily mean that it feels right or comfortable for you or it's meant for you. Like there's just something that you're overlooking, I think, that's inconspicuous, okay? And it's a part of a pattern, and it's something that everybody does. It seems benign, but for you it's important not to overlook this because it's part of your growth. I think a good thing to do, depending on your weather and stuff, is to go outside and do some meditation, just sitting in a chair, putting your bare feet on the ground. You don't have to like do anything big. You just have to just breathe, relax, and just look around you. It's amazing how just looking at the sky or looking at the trees can put you already in a meditative state without even doing very much. So try that, for 15 minutes. Just kind of like breathe, relax, and look around as your feet are on the ground, and see what kind of messages you get. Because I feel like your ancestors want to talk to you, tell you something. There's something, and that's not exactly completely coming out right now, but I feel like a bit of a change. We had some strong energy coming out, and the world is great. A completion, patterns, cycles. Something's about to happen that's gonna make you feel fulfilled, like you've accomplished something. All right, I hope that makes sense, Jess. I hope it makes sense. I can't make same ancestors. Oh, yes, that too. And do some research on what your grandparents, like I was listening to Magnetize Yourself, and she's saying it got real specific, like somebody's grandparents did this and this, and maybe had a parent that was hard on them or blah 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 whatever. And I started thinking, I was like, I've never thought about my grandparents as having any bad karma or difficult life or passing on anything specifically negative towards me. And then and then my to be honest, my grandmother and my grandfather on my mom's side, they were like of true life thorn birds. They were twin flames. He was a priest, and he gave up the priesthood to be with my grandmother. So that's like always at the top of my head. But if I really think about it, once all of that happened, after all the struggle they went through to be together, then they moved to the United States and got married and settled down, and then they had the kids, and my mom, as one of the 4 children that they had. And then something funny happened where my grandmother really wanted to fit in the crowd. Like, she's very different from people. She's Hispanic. She had a very strong accent. I feel like she wanted to be liked and treated like an American, and so she was trying to conform a lot, and she wanted on the outside to have a certain appearance. So for them, it was all about appearances, how they looked on the outside, and my grandmother wanted to kind of hide if there was any problems within the family. She didn't want people to know if there were problems. She just wanted everybody to think that they were amazing and wonderful, which they were. I mean, like my mom, singer, school teacher, my aunt, a lawyer, my uncle, a doctor, my other uncle, a ballet dancer. They all were like incredibly talented and amazing people, but yet everybody had a little bit of I don't know, in these insecurities because of wanting to seem perfect, perfect on the outside. So yeah. So I was thinking to myself, well, how does that apply to me and my lineage and my DNA and how I am? But yeah, the wanting to look good and appearances, that definitely has passed on to me for sure. Yeah. Yes, and I feel like one of my life lessons has to do with, vanity and all of that. And then being in this line of work and in front of cameras and stuff like that, where I used to never want that. I actually, when I was a kid, or in high school, I wanted to be an actor. And then I decided, nah, it's okay. I'll be a stagehand instead. I don't want to be in front of the audience. I'll just be behind the scenes making costumes and stuff, or whatever. But it's kind of like a weird mix of desires, like wanting to see you, and then don't not wanting people to see you. So I don't know, like I don't know how it fits with me, but there's something there. I have kept away from a lot of family members recently. Well, if that feels toxic, or if it feels better not to have that energy, then that's probably the right idea. I'm just really blessed that my family's they're my friends, like thank God I can choose my friends and decide to be friends with them or not. And thank God the people that I can't really choose whether they're in my life, like my family, I do love them all. Even my oldest son, who right now is really being sort of difficult and making things a little bit difficult for me too, because my relationship with my mom's husband is strained because of not her relationship, but my relationship is strained because he sees me as defending my son, which I really, really only. I mean, anyway, it's a big story, but maybe that's another thing, like maybe it's not a generational ancestral thing. Maybe it's right now family stuff that's going on. Anyway, blah 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 blah. All right, so next on the list. So Jess, if you need to go to bed, good night. So next we're gonna do guacamole. Lots of things. What? So guacamole, what about this doppelganger? Anything else happen with him? Anything else happen with Mr. Mr. Ganger? You're welcome, honey. Feeling sad, kind of lonely. All right, let's see. Let's see what's next in line for you. Yeah, you blocked him. Well, I don't suppose you would hear from him if you blocked him. He's probably thinking like, dang, oh well, okay. Guess it wasn't meant to be. I broke up with my ex-boyfriend hoping that he would chase me, but I'm like, maybe he just looked at it like, dang, she don't want to be with me anywhere more. Oh well, oh, it's like, so what are we gonna do? They don't catch our clues. Can't they tell that we're just trying to tell them, we should show them that we love them by blocking them and ignoring them? Okay, material attachment. Too much focus on visible trappings. That's interesting that it came out for you, Guaku. Remember, what are your motives for wanting a guy in your life, right? Do you want just that, this girl ain't gonna play games no more. I heard that. I hear that. No love yet, but he ghosted me, so not gonna waste time, right? Or maybe he wasn't ghosting you. Like maybe you misinterpreted it, but I understand. I understand. But guess what? Spirit's saying, okay, girl, if you're gonna live in the 3D landia, then basically, if you're playing by the material rules, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a material kind of relationship. So if you're gonna set a sort of standard or material boundaries, physical boundaries, there's certain things that are going to come back to you because of that. Let's see what's coming to you. But in a good sense, whatever coming next to you is going to be a 3D relationship, I feel. Like it's not going to be the twin flame stuff, because you might have to go through a few just regular, average people before you can revisit the twin flame connection again. We'll see. All right. And then you got responsibilities. Romance interrupted, duties come first. So your material world, okay, so this is what Spirit's saying. That's so funny. Spirit never talks through these cards like this. Spirit is saying this. I know, honey. You know what? Just stay in your ego for now, because in fact, I think Spirit is saying your ego's here to protect you this time, right now, okay? And it's not gonna last, but you need this. You need to stay in your physical world and do busy work, right? All of that. Stay within that energy. Do all the material, mundane things, because that's exactly what's gonna help you heal right now and prepare yourself for your next phases in your life. That's fine. Your just the business of your life is what's important right now. And that's actually a good thing for you. It sounds kind of crazy, but it's a good thing. It sounds crazy for me to say that, but it is true. It's what's happening. It is happening, and it's what you need. All right, this is good too. See? Okay, so then you are worthy, and your worth doesn't depend on the other person. Good. See, I know it's a tad ego, but at the same time, it is also your self-worth. There's a part of you that is putting yourself above, putting yourself on a pedestal, basically. And you're the kind of person maybe that doesn't normally do that. Like you may be self-sacrificing a lot, and you're not doing that, and that's good. And sometimes you have to go into that ego energy a little bit in order to get yourself to that point, I think. It's and then you can pull back the ego a little bit, and be more spiritual. But you're doing the right thing to get to this place that you need to be in, to feel your worth. I think you're doing the right thing. And then guess what? The next thing will happen. Bang! The revisits of the twin flame. And this soul that mirrors your own. And so it's coming. It's still there. It's not ever going away. and you are in a good phase of your life where you're actually putting focus on you and not other people. You are on the right path. Yes. So this is perfect. So, well, what would you like as your second deck? Would you like an Autumn's Delight? Would you like some tarot? You want the Halloween Oracle or Moonology? Your choice. Okay. The Happy Little Halloween Tarot, which has good messages. Okay. Let's see, what's up next in love for you? Okay. You got a 7-7. 7 of bats and 7 of imps. So 7 of bats is 7 of swords. It's kind of like the thief, right? The thief in the night. The stealing, the trying to get away with something. So let's see how this pertains. I'm going to read it from the book and see if it makes any, if there's a little twist to it that can help us. A plan that may not work, okay? A setback or a change in direction. Partial success that does not justify the risks, okay? So I feel like you're on the right track. Don't fear from it. I also feel like there's gonna be a moment where you're like, okay, I know I've been in my ego too much about this. I need to just relax a little. But yeah, I mean, don't like have this long-term plan to have this wall up where you don't let anybody in. I basically, this is what it's saying is what you're doing right now is good. It's on the right, you're on the right track, but it's not a long-term goal. It's not something that you can sustain and constantly live by, like you have to definitely let down your guard eventually and let love in. And it's going to be kind of crazy when this person comes along. But this is good. All right, so the 7 of Imps is saying it's a little scary. There's an uncertainty. So I feel like all of this feels like, yep, I'm doing fine. Then you're like coming into this, maybe between this and this card comes up and you're like, okay, I know, I have, I've been on this road and I got it. I'm okay. Like, or maybe it's like this. I'm putting my self-worth up. And then comes along Twin Flame and then you're like, walls up. No, I can't do that. Then you go back to that ego pattern again. No, you got to stay in this one. This is similar but different. The self-worth is having that same energy but without the ego. It's like a spiritual love of yourself without the ego blocks and defenses, right? So you got to use that. Don't use this. And then this will happen. It's a gradual change. And this is, at first it's uncertain when you see this person. You're like, oh no, here I go again. Okay, what do I do? I'm feeling all these feelings like, and you have to ease into this. It's like it feels like a risk, but this is saying risking something new and odds are surmounted. You are surmounting the odds and you're having success through courage. So you've got a big life goal path here that has to do with courage. That's what a challenge that you're supposed to face. Courage. It is not easy, but there is going to come a time where you just have to plain be brave. Okay, I'm in the cab now. Glad I'm like last. Yes. So that is you. Courage. You're gonna get it and you're gonna need it, but you're gonna get it. You're gonna have it when you need it. And then this person, it's gonna be good. I feel like you'll need a chapter 2, but I don't want to rush too far ahead because I don't want to make all these, these predictions and then you like sabotage yourself before it can actually happen, right? So basically, Spirit is giving you just a little bit of a good job. You're on the right path. Be aware of that, the ego that blocks the love, and just you see yourself as worthy. Okay, see yourself as worthy. Always use that the worth word. Like when you're talking to yourself, don't put yourself down or say things like, he's not good, or you're not good enough for him. Don't say anything like that to yourself. Say, he's not good enough for you because you're worthy. That's okay. There's a little bit ego, but that's okay for now. And then eventually you can say, wow, this person is amazing and I deserve to have an amazing person in my life. I think that's what's going to happen. Well, alrighty. Well, if you know where to find me if you need some help along the way. We all love you, that's for sure. Little by little, you'll gather your strength. But what you did with this guy is already strong because it could have been so easy just to be I shouldn't say a sucker, but just to like say, oh, well, I don't care if he's ignoring me. I'll just keep throwing myself at him. Like a lot of girls do that, but you're showing your worth, Maybe you went to another extreme but whatever, sometimes you got to do what we got to do. People will block for all kinds of reasons. You have to do what you have to do for yourself, right? That's perfectly fine. And other people, everybody just has, they just feel like it may be like for me personally, let's say if somebody blocks me, I would prefer them to communicate with me clearly before it has to come to that. But honestly, in these days, communication, people are really have trouble with communication. And maybe they're just not ready to talk and they don't know how to talk. And so the best way to deal with the circumstances is to put it on hold. And they put it on hold by ghosting, blocking, or whatever else that they do in order to avoid the conversation that they don't know how to do. That could be one thing. I mean, and I'm guilty of that too. But like in my case, I feel like, so I recently blocked someone as well. And in my case, I felt like I told this person several times what I was expecting from our friendship. And he's still not getting it because he keeps still bringing up stuff that I don't want to talk about. I want to be friends with this person. And yeah, so when people like are constantly going against your own boundaries and they're not listening, then that could be a reason for blocking them. I don't know. I don't know what's right or wrong sometimes in the situation, but But everybody has to do what they have to do, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if he would be able to see me so I could tell you the story. No, I don't want to say it. I respect people's privacy. I wouldn't tell you the story. Uh, if you want to email me guacamole, I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the story. I don't know, maybe I have already. Anyway, yeah. Okay. So, Sunny King, love messages for you and Wesley. Yay! Let's see what's going on for Sana and Wesley. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Well, you're each other's soulmates. I guess you didn't know that. Uh, it's you just posted. Check, close for now. Check back later. Because I think, well, I'd like to be done. I know I'm not going to be done by 10, but I'd like to be done by 10:30 if I can. Hi, Sharon. We'll see. We'll see how fast I go, okay? If you can hang in there until about 10, if you can hang in till 10, and I feel like I can squeeze you in, then that would be when you would know. But I can't really say now because I don't know how fast I'll be with what I got. Here's my, well, you saw the list. It's still pretty heavy, thick. Yeah, I mean, I'm only on number 3. F is only $1. Honey might take a little bit. I'll just give, I don't know. Terry, I don't know what Terry is. I think she's 5 as well. So I just have some. Tiffany, I don't remember how much Tiffany gave. I think it's 5. Anyway. Okay. So back to Sunny King. So Sunny King, I think you're soulmates, in case you didn't know that already. You have found your romantic counterpart. And there is a bit of tease energy here. For some reason, you guys are, it's either a communication problem or it's saying something but not always doing the actions along with the talking. But the energy it feels fun and lighthearted. But okay, Ethel, it's not your turn yet. The energy feels fun and lighthearted, but there's a bit of uncertainty here. Like, and maybe you're wondering, is this gonna go anywhere? Or are we just gonna have this kind of fun feeling between us? Or is this gonna be longer lasting or committed or whatever? And then for some reason, you've got rekindled. Does an old flame return that is not Wesley? And are you having doubts because somebody different is in your life? Unless this represents. Okay, good. So this just means, I think what this means is maybe there's been a little bit of the doldrums lately, or kind of weird communication. Maybe Mercury retrograde wasn't like the funnest for you. Like it was just kind of like, oh, I, like just not the greatest communication or the greatest, connected feeling. But now a new flame sparks between you, makes you feel this exciting, sexy fire energy. The lust is going to build up. And the lust, I feel like the guy, that judge, what's his name? I want to stand up. And, the one that judges the Dancing with the Stars, and he gets up and, Bruno, I feel the lust between you rising up like a flame that's igniting your souls with passion. You're soulmates, but now you're much more than just soulmates. You're the fire of each other's lives, whatever. But anyway, hey, James. So I feel like that's what's coming up. So this month, the beginning of the month, maybe a little bit, like, oh, I don't know, like I feel like we need some more excitement in our lives or whatever. But now things are going direct. The planets are going direct. Mercury's direct. Full moon in Aries, getting a little exciting. Things are gonna go in a roll. Scorpio season, sexy season, Mars and all this energy is gonna build the passion between you. So if you haven't had done the deed, done the nasty yet, that's looking like it might come up soon. Let's check with the tarot and see. Let's see. What's coming up next for you in your love life? I can't stay, so I wanted to just pop in and say hi. I hope you have a good week. Thanks, James. You too. Thanks for coming by. Okay. Ooh. 3 of Pumpkins. In my deck, this represents the tryst, the rendezvous, the 2 making the 3. 1 plus 1 equals 3. I don't know. No, but this is definitely creating together, being together and creating things. So it's a nice, abundant, joyful feeling. And then you got the star. This is really good. So hopes and dreams coming true. This is like your actual things that you've been wishing for are now going to manifest in your life. So that's nice energy. Let's see more specifically what the star says. As gargoyles channel water, this card offers new hope, understanding, optimism, renewal, clarity, insight, the harmony of the subconscious and the conscious, an outpouring of feeling. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. So it's looking really good for you. Very good. Your future is bright. Things are getting exciting and stable, yet stable and dreamy and hopeful. You got the best of all worlds because you got pumpkins, which represent pumpkins, no, which represent pentacles. That stable feeling, and then you could be, I mean, be careful because you could be getting pregnant if you want. And then you have kindling fire energy that came out in the romantic fairy, and the star, which is kind of like spiritual energy too. So hope and renewal and good stuff. Let me read the pumpkins one. Pumpkins. Okay. 3 of pumpkins. Hard work with strength of passion behind it. See? fine craftsmanship, skill, artistic achievement, productivity, success, and reaping what you've sown. So definitely, you both also will be benefiting financially too by being together. Very nice. Okay. So let's see who we got next. Next is Effa. You're welcome, Sana. Will I meet a Scorpio man? Yes or no, please and thank you. Ooh, a Scorpio man? Okay. Now, as opposed to Aries, I happen to like Scorpio men very much. Scorpio men are they're very good people. Okay, so will Effa meet a Scorpio man? Yes or no? Well, that might be kind of a, you know what? You could meet like, hello, like meet anybody and they could be a Scorpio. But what do you mean? Like, will your meet a significant man that's a Scorpio? Like, romantic material? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, Scorpio moon man? Ooh, Scorpio moon. Well, Scorpio moon is treacherous. I shouldn't say that because I think my TF, I had their birthday wrong, and so now it is possible he has a Scorpio moon, and Scorpio moons are difficult. My son has Scorpio moon. My ex-husband has Scorpio moon. One of my ex-boyfriends had a Scorpio moon. Lots of people with Scorpio moons have a very strange psychic and possessive quality. Cancer moon is good. It's like Scorpio moon is so intense. All right, but anyway, let's see if you get a Scorpio moon man coming through. Coming through. Any Scorpio moon man coming through for Effa? Why, yes, a Scorpio moon man is coming through for you. Somehow, some way, you will be crossing paths with this person. And being a Cancer moon, that you should be able to handle his scorpionic moon ways. So my ex-husband is a Virgo, and I'm a Virgo moon, and he is a Scorpio moon, and I am Scorpio. So I feel like Scorpios can kind of understand Scorpio moon people. That does not necessarily mean that I feel like Scorpio moon people are more Scorpio than Scorpio suns sometimes. It's like they're the ones that love all the dark, crazy, occulty stuff. Like they really get into all of that. Hi, how are you, Divine Goddess? How are you? I just matched with someone on a dating app and I'm talking to him. Oh, Guacky! Take it easy. Take it nice and slow. Okay. But remember your worth. I'm capable with Pisces moon too. Oh, you have what? Are you Cancer moon or Pisces moon? Well, there you go. Anyway, you'll be fine. So what's his sun sign? Compatible, right? Pisces would be compatible. I mean, there's lots of signs that it doesn't necessarily have to be the same element, but it makes it a nice harmonious vibration. A little less work. It's like a little bit more, little easier, a little bit smoother. What's their sun sign? If their moon is in Scorpio, what is their sun? I'm definitely just practicing and warming myself up. Well, that's good, Guaki. And it's about being brave, right? That was your mission. So good. Good for you, girl. I know that's not easy. I don't want to do it. Oh, that guy that I blocked, I was about to date, and then and then this thing came up, and I blocked him. I was like, oh well, guess I'm not dating this person. Anyway, it wouldn't have worked out. It didn't work out the last time we tried, and it definitely wouldn't work out this time. I'm not the same person. I am the same person, but my things are different about me. It's like we all evolve and change, so we can't always go back to the same person because we're different people than we were the last time we were with them. You know what I mean? uh, yeah. Okay. So, honey, where is my honey? Yes, you are. I was just about to say. That's good. Cool and kind is nice. Okay, honey. So, what is your question? Okay, so David, why he treat me bad and ignore my messages and my cute picture I sent him of us? You sent him a picture, honey? Why did you do that? I'm just telling everybody how you're supposed to be tempered when you go. What would you send your cat a cute picture of you and your cat? And how do you think your cat would feel? No, but that's what I mean. It's like I I just was listening to Magnetize Yourself, which you should totally listen to her. She's one of those like must have uh on your subscriptions because if you're in a twin flame relationship. And so what happens is we're doing all this work and we're being really great and we're really learning about self-love and la la la. And so we're going about our business, and then out of the blue, our twin flames contact us somehow, and we get very excited. That's when we need to stop for a moment. And you're not supposed to grab, right? No grabbing. No, just because they're right there doesn't mean you grab them. No, you stay still and you're like, and let them get closer. And you're like, wow, okay, I see your eyes are right there. And let them get close. No grabbing. Don't grab them. Don't grab. No touching. Just be still. And then they grab you and they're like, I missed you. I want you. Come back to me. Love me. Let's be one. And then you're like, okay. And then you still can't get all carried away and start monogramming your towels and stuff like that. You have to take everything very gently and slowly and let the masculine be the masculine, okay? Let them take the reins. It's just that's just what it has to be sometimes. Okay. But let's see. Do the grab. Do the grab. Is he gonna text me back? Though, damn though. I am monogramming the towels. I made a dumb mistake. Similarly, though, it was not quite monogramming towels, but I did something that was dumb. And why did I do it? I got too excited. I was like, oh, he's back in my life. La, 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 la. And I started doing stupid stuff. And I'm like, and then he like ran away again. Like, are you insane? And he thought me, I don't know what he was thinking, but it kind of felt the way he was behaving that he was trying to send the message that I'm insane. And so it's only I don't do what's crazy is I don't act this way with other people. It was just with this person because he's like a rock star to me. It's like I can't believe this person is actually also thinks I'm cute too. I can't believe that because I think he's so amazing. And so I'm more used to like the rock star rejecting me. So this whole like, rejection, ghosting, blocking phase, that feels comfortable. It's like, oh yeah, yeah. But when the rock star is actually pays attention to you, you're like, what? You think I'm cute? You like my face? You like my booty? You like what you see? Really? You like my personality? Really? You know what? Because I love myself, so that makes sense. I think I'm awesome, so why wouldn't you? So when you start to get to that phase, I think I'm awesome, why wouldn't you? Funny thing happens. The funny thing happens. I don't know, so it's a big dance. The twin flame relationship is a dance. So it's not gonna be like they grab you and then you live happily ever after. You're gonna grab you and hug you and squeeze you, kiss you and love you like they do in your dreams. And then you can't resist and you will hug back. And then they were like, what? You're hugging me back? That's not right. No. No. And then there's this dance. It's like a tango. It's like you wrap your leg around them, and then you step back, and they do their leg around you, and then they dip, and then it's a twirl, and it's a leg wrap and a leg, And so, have you seen tangos? How they do all these flourishes? It could also be a paso doble, where you're like, you're the cape, and they're the bull, and they come through the cape, and then you're the sassy cape that takes the cape away, and they go through like, where did the cape go? I don't know. It's a dance, guys. It's a dance. Just imagine it as a dance, and don't take offense if they are ignoring you. Why do you use words like that? Maybe they just have not responded yet. Anyway, we're doing Honey's question. She wants to know about David and why is he ignoring her and being so mean. He is a mummy. It's because his mouth is wrapped up and he can't talk right now. He can only see things. His mouth is like this. If he talked like that, you would not be able to understand him, so he decided not to use his method. Look into his eyes. What is his eyes telling you? He wants you to read his eyes. The reason why these things happen is so we can use our other senses. But anyway, the Hierophant, the reason why he's behaving this way is because he's a traditional kind of guy. Could be that he feels like, hey, I was raised to be the one to ask the girls out, and I was raised to be the one to make the first move, and I was raised that the man wears the pants, and whatever his reasoning is, he is traditional, he's ceremonial, he wants to do things his way in his like a Taurus, in his timeline. Like your timeline's not the same. I'm supposed to go by your timeline, honey? Your timeline? I don't think so. I'm going to go by my timeline, and my timeline says from this time to this time is me time, and I'm just chilling. and maybe I can squeeze you in. You know, it's a little bit like, it's not like that. It's not egoic, but I'm just saying there's this sense of this, that he's on his own clock. He's on it in his own, he's, and he's a Gemini, right? Geminis will not be told what to do or how to behave or how to react or respond to your advances. You have to, you be yourself for sure. Don't play games. Don't manipulate either, though. Like, don't try to manipulate him into a response. You have to let him do what he feels like he needs to do. No, it's very challenging with the Geminis. But there is a way to get them to think that they came up with the idea. And, you know, so it's very subtle. Aquarians are good at this. Aquarian love, Gemini love relationships, they're very good at knowing how to look out for each other. My brother and my sister-in-law, Gemini and Aquarius, so cute. But anyway, but I think in general Gemini is very challenging because they're so smart. As soon as they get any inclination that you're trying to control them in any way, they'll change the game. They'll say, "Oh, really?" It's kind of like playing chess or something. It's like, "Oh, is that your strategy? Well, then I will do this to your rook and your pawn and blah, 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 whatever." I don't know how to play chess. But you know what I'm saying? Like they see it as this big, massive something. And what they don't understand, it's just love. It's just our hearts. We just feel excited when you're around. Damn. Excuse me for feeling excited when you're around. Just think you're hot and sexy and sweet and cute and funny and charming and tall and handsome and interesting and not, and all of those things and then more, because for some reason out of all the people that have those qualities, when I'm around you something happens to my heart, you know. And I think that's the other thing too for him, for Gemini. He's like, well, guess what, honey? All those same things are happening to me too, but I don't like it. Then I feel out of control when you're around. I hate this feeling. Like, I want to be in control. I don't want my heart to go blah, 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 fly all over the place whenever you just show up somewhere. And I'm like, I don't know what the heck to do. Like, so their way of being in control is by like either like blocking, ghosting, non-action, not, you know, whatever it is. It's like their only way to gain that little bit of control back to in semblance of calm and sanity back into their lives. That's what they got to do for themselves. Like maybe they don't know how to be vulnerable or surrender to their feelings yet. All right, let's see what else. Gawking, my ex was a Gemini. Good man. Not the best communicator. You know, isn't that weird? Geminis are supposed to be such good communicators, but I found the opposite to be true. Wow, that's so true. You say about Gemini, Cherry, they don't like somehow controlling them, but they love control. My brother and my aunt are Geminis, and they act the same way. Yeah. I kind of know a little bit about Geminis because my best friend, which is my brother, he's not my best. I mean, we love each other, but what I'm trying to say is we were born only a year and a half apart, so basically he was my first best friend, you know, and I have a definite soulmate connection with my brother, like very close with him. We had this amazing imaginative mind, this world together, and we communicated with telepathically, I feel, a lot. I don't even remember what we were doing, but we talked to each other this way, and we just sort of sensed each other's feelings all the time. But, you know, and then things change and he met girls and whatever, and, you know, and went on and did his life. But we'll always have that kind of connection. but I also know, I know the good and the good side and the dark sides. And it's funny with Gemini, not no two Gemini have the same opposites, sides. Like some Gemini can be the clown and the philosopher. Some Gemini can be like can be the critic, or the sweetheart. Like they're opposing energies, are different per Gemini. So um yeah, so you have to kind of work with those two energies all the time also. So you have the Page of Ghosts. So he does, oh, that's so funny. The ghost represents love, or the cups, but this is the page of I'm ghosting you. I have ghosted you. In communication, there's a bit of a ghosting. Sorry. He's like, this is my way of feeling in control. But don't worry, good things are ahead for you, okay? The Seven of Imps means there's going to be some gradual progress and some success in the end. The Seven of Bats, however, is saying, be careful and be authentically you. Try not to manipulate the situation. And look, the Six of Pumpkins is about generosity and reciprocity. So eventually you will get back to this point where you give equally to each other. You're gonna give equally here. What he gives to you, you'll give to him. And what you give to him, you give, so it won't feel out of balance. When I feel you're going to come into, yeah, and see, just like Waki, you have to go through this phase of learning not to put your ego in the situation so much and try to control things. And it's like with Guacamole, she's trying to put up a block, right? And with Honey, she's trying to hurry up and grab this energy before it's ready. So you guys just, y'all are you're okay. You're just enthusiastic or whatever, or it's kind of like tangoing but stepping on each other's feet. Okay, so now you're learning to dance a little easier, and you've got a little bit smoother moves, right? You got the dance down now. Okay, and the man always leads, so feel his movements. Okay, like don't try to grab his arm and take, how like when you dance with a guy and sometimes you're like the one doing this. No, 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 that's not how you dance. You're loose, but you're like a frame within this man's arms. You're a loose frame. And you let the man, and you anticipate their next move, and you go with them, and then you feel the next move and you go. That's how you dance, okay? With a partner. And I'm sorry, it's sexist, but that's the way it is. The man takes the lead. Okay? Okay. So, but good news, you're going to end up in a back and forth energy. So, honey, let's see what else. What else? And a little secret, he did like that picture. Secretly, he liked it very much. It's not like he liked the dang picture. He's just trying to... It's part of the image, It's the... good... To me, a good example of a Gemini twin flame is Danny Zuko in Greece, It's like rocking and rolling and whatnot. As soon as he was around his friends and, Sandy was all like, Danny, oh, she's reaching, it's that grab energy. And he's like, hold up. He's got his friends around. He's like, I care about their opinions and rocking and rolling, So, um, you guys watch that movie, Grease #1, and get the Danny Zuko energy. But see, in the end, see what happens? He loved her enough to put himself in her shoes. She loved him enough to put herself in his shoes. Okay, she's like, okay, fine. I'm gonna be in his world. I'm gonna be tough girl. I'm gonna be in his world. And he's like, you know what? I want to be educated. I want to be smart. I want to be I want to be worthy. I want to be, I want to, be in physical education. I want to, I want a letter. I want to have a Letterman sweater, whatever, like them wanting to do something for each other in that way. That was beautiful to me. So that proves in the end that they really did care. They were really listening to each other, even though at first there was all this cross communication. Okay, honey, it looks like there's going to be a little time apart from this person, from David, a little time of separation. It's gonna give you some time to reflect again. So close, so close. But look at that. It's a healing connection. It's a healing connection, and there's so much more to learn about yourself. Your romance will transform your life. It's not over, it's not going anywhere. There's just a little bit of distance happening here, but you're still connected in an emotional, spiritual way. So always remember that. You're bound, and maybe this is the future of your. I'm laughing because of the next card. Your future here is, as you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. So what you did wasn't a wrong thing to do. Giving him that gift just showed him a little bit more about you than he knew before. And even if it pushes him away for now temporarily, it's just him wanting to take in this information and reflect on it. Like he's taking it and reflecting on this information. He's not ignoring you, although it feels like that. He wants to take a moment to reflect on what has transpired this far between the two of you in this phase that you just recently went through. And you're getting closer. See, you're getting closer. And look, because of this, the gift. You gave him a gift, and this token of reciprocity is a cherished memory for him. That's what he's saying. He's like, I will cherish this. That's if he could speak like a regular human being, which is like, why can't these twin flames just talk in English to us? He would say, honey, or what, Shantae, I will cherish this. Thank you very much for this lovely drawing. Okay? In his higher self, that's what he's saying to you. And his whatever self he's traversing in, he's saying rocking and rolling and whatnot. That's what he's saying. Because he's too cool for school. We're all learning stuff, and just like, how sometimes you feel like there's so much that you have to learn. Well, your twin flame is the same as you, but even more so because they're the masculine. The masculine is always slightly a little bit behind, honestly, just to put it bluntly. They're behind us a little bit. Just a little bit. So it's almost like, it's like somebody who has learning disability. I don't mean it like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like when people have learning problems, we don't criticize them and you're ignoring me. No, we wouldn't put them down, right? If they have a learning disability, we'd be patient and understanding of them, right? So just kind of see it like that. Like if your twin flame is taking their time to evolve and mature, grow, or be spiritual, whatever, get on your level. They're just going through growing phase. You know, they're transitioning. They're having a learning curve. You know, it's like maybe tutor them or pass them a tutorial video or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They so something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like having compassion for them for the way they are. You're not taking it personally because as soon as you do that, you're adding a a lack energy onto it that doesn't need to be there. It's hard. The situation, relationships, twin flame relationships are hard enough without using words like negative words like ignore and stuff like that. Try to just be very magnanimous about it and say, well, he's needing his space right now, and I will honor that and I will let him decide, let him, reflect on this recent, thing that we had together, this recent exchange of words and yes, whatever. Okay, Terry, save me from from my babbling. Okay, Terry. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. I don't know. I think we're probably definitely closed after Tiffany. Switch gears from love to career. Okay, thank you. Okay, some career for Terry. Career. Let's see, what's up for career for Terry? I don't know, because honey, it has a Gemini and I do too. And so it triggers all my Gemini feels whenever I do honey's read. Okay. Okay, alright. Here we go. Some career for Terry. What's up? Career-wise. Are you worried about something? Did you quit a job or worry, or are you having money problems or something? I feel like sometimes we worry unnecessarily. But it could be like having trouble sleeping or feeling anxiety or depression a little bit, or just unfound fears. But money problems can keep you up at night, make you worried unnecessarily. I I understand. Like, I think it's been a tough time period for a lot of people right now for some reason, but I feel like the more you see yourself as having money problems, the more you're gonna have money problems. And this is like a really challenging thing for me too, because I am trying my best to see. I'm trying my, how you try your best to be practical, but at the same time spiritual. And so combining those two things sometimes can be a little bit challenging. So there's a lot of just like letting the universe guide you, but at the same time, like really listening to those signals when it comes to the choices that you make, whatever it is for the next thing. So let's see. What would be a good next thing for you? So what's coming up? Ooh, King of Bats. This could be a new boss, or this could represent you like being, you know, moving up to like a higher position, promotions. Very nice. And that's air signs. Like it. So definitely could represent a promotion of sorts, or getting a really good job, or meeting somebody who is going to make you an offer. And ooh, Queen of Pumpkins. I'm not sure if that represents you, if you're an earth sign, but Queen of Pumpkins is very good because it's practical. Pumpkins is pentacles, so that's money, and you're getting your money. Yes, really nice. You're going to have abundance coming in. You will get your abundance. You will have your bunnies and your kitties too, and you're in Aries. So very good. So Queen of Pentacles definitely means money matters for you. And it could also represent more offers, or people you work with, or positions, or because this looks like the King of Bats and the Queen of Pumpkins could be people in your life that you're going to be surrounded by, and they're very good people, and your life is going to get more abundant through the rest of the year. Ooh, yes, and another one. The magician is wonderful. You're manifesting. I love this too. You're manifesting a bunny. You're manifesting these things into your life. And the magician represents Gemini, and it could also represent yet another possible boss, or supporter, or benefactor, or somebody awesome in your life too. So a lot, like, you're gonna, for one, it can be good bosses, great co-workers, fun people to be with, a fun place to work, exciting team, uh, promotions. Yeah, the tools you'll have. I love this more than anything. Like, you know how when you go somewhere new and supposedly go through a training period and they don't actually train you, you just feel sort of like, what do I do? This place is going to have the actual tools to get you where you need to go. Everything's going to make it, it's going to be a really nice, clear transition. It's like the difference between night and day from where you are right now. Let me see anything else. Yeah, you got blunt cat. You got I just feel a very party atmosphere. There's a lot of people around you. A lot of happy black cat, pumpkin, ghost, and energy. I mean, you know what I'm saying. They all represent the energies, but like represent pentacles and sword energy, and represent love too, like loving your job. Wow, look at all these people. You got the King of Pumpkins too. You are going to be, look at that. You got the King and Queen of Pumpkins. So if you're not already attached, this means too, you might find your soulmate and make a whole lot of money together and live happily ever after. It just feels a really nice, like, so this next place you work at, you can have really nice people around you. You're going to or it could be a mom and pop shop, or run by a really nice couple, or you could be getting multiple offers and a lot of people showing you money and you having choices of this great job or that great job, you know. So that looks really, really good. Yeah, a lot of good ladies coming your way. So let's see. Let me just see what the Halloween tarot has to say about it. I'm curious to see what card matches up to the rest of these cards. It'll be the only person card. Like you have all these people cards. Skeleton. See, you had another person card. And that's strength. Strength. So I think you might, right now, as you're feeling a little down about things, Spirit is just saying, I know this is tough, but hang in there. Soon, I swear to you, soon things are going to be so different. You're going to be so glad. Just don't like jump the gun and do something that you don't want to do. I mean, maybe out of necessity, maybe, but I feel like hang in there. It's like strength card. So I'll just read it to you. On the outside is flesh, on the inside is bone. There is strength in vulnerability, in power we have grown. Halloween is a scary festival. It is meant to frighten. We are meant to feel the release of being pleasantly scared. We trick or treat even though we know that someone may surprise us. We watch horror films knowing they will scare us. We even dress as skeletons who have no flesh at all on, and their bones are there for all to see. In short, we show our vulnerability at Halloween and our strength in facing our fears too. There is an incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can often be the bravest course of action and the most frightening. More often than not, it is a powerful catalyst for personal growth, even though we may not be able to perceive that at the time. By showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater understanding from others. By admitting that we were wrong or that we don't have the solution when we are expected to, we leave more room to turn things around faster. By asking help and support rather than acting as martyrs and feeling resentful shows strength and wisdom, not weakness. Should the skeleton card bring itself to your attention, dare to show strength and vulnerability. If that is what you really feel, shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens that need not be carried through the darkest of nights. I like that. So takes strength to stick to what you love and not cave and settle for less, you know, settle for what you don't want. You're welcome. Good night, guacamole. Night night. I believe you. Oh, sorry. I'm like staring. My computer. I don't know if you guys are still there, but my computer is spooling, but my phone is not. So, MG this. Where's MG? Hi, Jolene. All right, we might. Oh, there's there's MG. Okay, so MG, you want a love reading, huh? What's going on in love? Good night. Good night, Terry. I'm like, good night. Why did my voice go so high? Okay. All right, MG. Let's see what your love's gonna. What's love? What's love got to do? Are you thinking about anybody special? MG Viz. What's love got to do? Got to do with it. Okay, you got a soulmate coming through. It just jumped on top. You have found your romantic counterpart. Ooh, soulmates. Ooh, I like this too. You got the burning passion, burning desire. Burning desire, flames of passion ignite. Nice. Yeah. Yes, please. Your soulmate and burning passion. Let's just stare at the goodness this is for a minute. Wow. Let's see what else. What's coming next? What else is coming out for MG Viz? Wow. You are manifesting the one. So whatever you've been doing, you're attracting this soulmate towards you. Very soon your true love will arrive. I don't know if you've met them already or if they've been in your vicinity or aura, but they're definitely coming closer and closer in the flesh. But if you know them already, then you've manifested them. You did your job. You've got rekindle. So it's either somebody you've already known from the past or somebody from a past life, or there is now a new energy and an existing love, but there's definitely flame energy, this fire, exciting energy here, passion. All right, let's see what your tarot has to say. Okay, let's see who is coming through for you. I feel you know this person, you weren't sure who they are to you, but they are your soulmate, or you're manifesting the one. And they're sort of at an arm's length, but it's almost like there's a gravitational pull. It's almost like you're getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And pretty soon his face is going to be between your boobs. Like it's going to be like that. Closer and closer and closer. And then he's like right there. Okay. Yeah, it's just like, this is how I see it. Okay, and so it starts off like this. Okay, close. And closer. And getting even closer. And yes, diving into the boobage. You know, okay. Let's see what tarot has to say. Five of Imps. It's been a bit of a struggle. There's some kind of fight. There's struggle. It's a fight. Sometimes it's it's an inner struggle. But honestly, I think like sometimes the best love is the love that we fight for. And there's all kinds of ways to go about fighting for a love. Sometimes it's just simply not letting go of it. giving it time and space, but not letting go, like having faith in it. You want to dive into some boobage? Me too. Let's all dive into some boobage. You know, I happen to like boobs a lot myself. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, so oh, Emperor coming through. Your divine masculine Frankenstein. Oh my gosh, my daughter was just watching Willy Wonka do Frankenstein. Gene Wilder's Frankenstein. What was that one? That was fun. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna put on the Ritz for you. Putting on the Ritz. The Emperor's coming through. Could be an Aries. We know we love the Aries men. Just kidding. Aw, some t-shirt pillows. That's a good idea. I could wrap my pillows up in men's t-shirts. Oh, I see what you do there. Okay. 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 Let's see what else. Ooh, that flipped so cutely. Ooh, 10 of Imps. So this must be 10 of Wands, which means carrying things, carrying those sticks, carrying. Sometimes it feels like a burden. So trying to take on too much and excess in all things, using power for selfish ends. I don't see the power for selfish ends for you or for your person. I actually think maybe your guy might be a little chubby, but also like very hard worker, like always looking out for other people. And I think that they're always looking out for other people, and sometimes they take on too much responsibility and they forget to delegate and they try to do everything themselves. Could also be like a multitasker, and sometimes there's just so much going on at the same time kind of thing. That's what I'm seeing for this person. I like chubby guys. So, a workaholic, exactly. Workaholic and humanitarian and juggling career. That's exactly what this guy is. He's juggling a lot. Like, I don't know if your person has kids, but some. Also, the 5 of Imps could actually also deal with his environment, like maybe it could be sports too. Like you could be a coach, you know. Could be these are like active people. Like always, this could be people at work that are fighting or gossiping. Maybe sometimes this could be a family that's active or fighting, but also this can also have sort of a playful energy or an act, just a plain action energy, but it could also represent struggle. It also could represent that he's like the boss of things, like people look up to him, but at the same time, they're always like talking back to him. And you know, he's ending up doing everything himself because nobody will actually listen to him. It's like they're always like, so yeah, the tarot seems to be talking about your person a little bit. Like if this person, you know them and they're coming through and they want that energy with you, and if they're not showing it yet, it's probably because there's so much going on in their world right now. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, 10 of Ghosts. So this is 10 of Cups, and this is love energy and party and celebration. This is about you like feeling at kind of like this really content feeling when you're with this person. You feel great and y'all are able to share everything. So what I love about this transition, it's like With you, it's different. Like with the other people, there's a struggle, but with you, he can set down his burden or he can delegate. Like he can, it's almost like he trusts you to take on whatever you can take on. And he's like, wow, that was so easy and you did it so perfectly, exactly the way I would have done it. It's kind of this trust. Because I think the reason why he does so much himself, he doesn't trust other people to do it right. But when he lets you do it or he asks for your help or something, then everything turns out perfectly. It's like a perfectly well orchestrated or designed party or whatever, or night out and that's the other thing. It's like he doesn't have to do all the work all the time when he's with you. Like you come up with ideas or you can, like what do you want to cook, I'll make it, or where you want to go, let's go here. He's like, oh, thank you for having a plan or an idea, because I'm always the one having to think of everything all the time. I feel like that's the kind of guy he is, and you're like this refreshing breath of fresh air in his life. Nice. I like it. Yeah, because being with you feels really good. It's like all encompassing contentment. Let me just say, I land me a chubby guy. I'm investing in a mini fridge by my bed. Oh, you're so silly. You're silly. Is that what it takes? I mean, if I knew all this time to attract my guy into my life was just let him know I have a fridge by the bed. Actually, there was one point where I actually did. It was my sister was cleaning out her house and she had a little mini fridge and I didn't know what to do with it. It was actually not in my bedroom, but at one point I had thought about putting it in my bedroom just so I could have just get cold drinks nearby or something like that. But no, it ended up in the kitchen and then it turned into our only working fridge there for a minute. And then eventually we got everything replaced and she got her little mini fridge back. Oh my gosh, our house has been through so many transitions. Right now everything is working pretty good. And good appliances and all that. Oh, how about a big box full of snacks? I don't know. I know you can have like whipped cream and strawberries nearby. Like you want boobage, I stuff like that. That's what I do. Oh yeah, boobage. So guess whose turn it is, Jolene? Speaking of, I love waking up half asleep and drinking something cold and rolling back over and sleeping really good. Oh, really? I haven't tried that before. I have. I mean, like, there's sometimes at night I get thirsty and I'll have water nearby. That's nice. But I haven't done that very much. Usually not really cold. Yes. So, refrigerator by my bed. Okay. Oh, thank you, honey. You didn't have to do that. You're so kind. Do you need some more messages? Thank you. So, Jolene, are we looking for a love reading for you, honey? What do you got? What is your question? Good night, sweet dreams. I like that little heart. The little purple heart. Okay, just give me a reading about my turd. How's he doing? Remind me, what's your turd's name again? Mr. Turd. Mr. Turdman. Roger? Is that yours? I get these guys confused sometimes. Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. By the way, I'm doing me. I'm not letting him hold me back. I'm still... That's what I thought. Okay, I'm glad I guessed right. I'm not letting him hold me back, but I still care and want to check in. Of course you do. Okay, turd. What's going on? Roger. Rogelio. Oh, that's right. I think you told me that once. Rogelio. Emphasis on the hell. Hell. Rogelio's for hell. All right, Rogelio. What is going on with him? And Jolene, 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 Jolene. Let's see. What are they doing? What's going on? Let's check in. Let's check in. Ooh. You got Spirit Soul Path, a personal evolution within your relationship. Exactly what you just said. You're doing you, and you're not letting him hold you back. You're still ascending because, you know, he was part of the catalyst to your ascension. Like, him being in your life is part of the reason why you are where you are right now. So, you know, don't ever regret. Don't have, if you have any regrets, don't let them get to you, because remember, you wouldn't be who you are today without those certain experiences you've had thus far. And so, and there might be more to come, better ones, even sweeter ones. But for now, there's a little phase of time apart together, time of separation. So a little separation period, or maybe it's coming to an end. Maybe the separation phase is ending, but there either is one or it's coming to an end. So who knows? Let's see what more we can find out. So, best friend. Friendship is vital to your romance. Feelings deepen and blossom. There's okay. You know what the first word that pops into my mind when I think of when I know he doesn't actually smell. He just has a habit of taking work. What? Oh, okay, turd. Habit of taking his work break, calling me from the bathroom because he just okay. Anyways, so he's your friend. But the first thing that comes to mind when I think of friendship, I think of respect. And that's what, to me, is important in a lot of relationships. Even if there's not a lot that you can do about it in a twin flame relationship, if you have separation, if you have other factors that's happening between you, the bottom line is that there's always a there's this lack not lack there's a mutual respect and a trust towards each other, and as it's almost like your love is like a rose, you know, every day it grows and grows and grows and blossoms, and you feel, you know, feelings are deeper and deeper. Yeah. I don't know, but I feel like some people, it's very important to be best friends with your soulmate or your twin flame. It's hard to be best friends with your twin flame, but it's definitely good to be best friends with your soulmate. Yeah. Need more than love. Need loyalty, respect, trust, and open, honest communication. Exactly. And your dreams will be coming true. Exactly what you wish for is what you will get. Have faith and your rainbow will come smiling through. So just keep having faith in that. You will get exactly what you're wishing for. Alrighty. So let's see now what the tarot has to say. Ooh, nice. The Two of Imps. So I'm thinking the Two of Imps. Let's see what this is. I think Imps is okay. So Imps would be wands, but it has sort of a lover's energy to it. It's almost like you're like two peas in a pod, two of a kind. Bonnie to his Clyde. You're partners in crime. That's what I'm getting. This feeling of partners in crime. Although you're not really committing any crimes, it's just almost like if you had to, you would. You be right there with each other in the same scheme, in the same, you just really relate. Exactly. Yeah, it does look like a partnership. He ran from me because he hasn't had a girl like me with all these qualities who finds him worthy, but he needs to learn to love, accept, and find his worth so he can be secure within himself in a partnership. Yeah. He will, because what he's seeing is the Two of Imps is about a bold leader. Oh, so really the person is actually this person, and they're resolving. It's almost like your person or you two together will resolve your issues. Yeah, tell him he's Lucifer to Chloe Decker. Oh yeah, Gomez to Morticia. I love Lucifer. So yeah, and that's perfect because the imps are the little devils. And she, like, what's great about Chloe's character, she really stayed true to herself and her self-worth through the whole thing, even though the devil was the devil the whole time, and still they ended up happily together. She didn't have to compromise who she was. I mean, she definitely, met him. I just thought that was really well done. I don't know. That was really well done. It's not like she had to become a devil to be with him, In a sense, he became more of an angel, but yeah, interesting. But this is about resolving conflicts and successful partnerships. Exactly what that is. Good. So you're going to resolve things. You really are going to be your Chloe to your Lucifer. Definitely. And you have the Knight of Ghosts, which is... Okay, Tiffany, almost done with Jolene. Then you're last but not least. And the Knight of Ghosts is all about bringing in the love. So I should go get some wine. But yeah, I have always seen Roger for the real him, even though he sees himself as all this bad and he isn't. He does have a light in him. Yeah. I think maybe sometimes I feel like sort of lazy or easier for the masculine to think they're just bad and there's no hope for them, That way they don't have to do any work. They're just like, oh, I'm just this way and whatever. But what really would be challenging is, say, admit to yourself, yeah, I'm this way. You got a lot of work to do and do the work, right? because I want to be worthy of myself, and I want to be worthy of us, and I want to be with you, and I have to love myself. I know I have to put more work into myself for self-love so we can be together, because that's ultimately the 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 goal that I have here. Yeah, so that'd be nice if the masculine said that, but it's okay. They're saying that inside somewhere. It's exactly what the knight, basically the knight is as the Knight of Cups, and he's like, there is going to be a day where I'm going to make a move in your direction and bring you my love. So you don't have to come get it from me. I will be bringing it to you, okay? So that's an important message for you too. No grabbing. Don't grab it. He's bringing it to you. Oh, look at this, see? And you won't have to grab it because you'll be Miss High Priestess and you'll be all in your complete feminine power and energy with your balanced light and your dark and the yin and the yang inside of you. This is how you get your man eventually, is when you are eating your pomegranates and dreaming big dreams, and you're keeping, this love relationship close to your chest, because there's certain things that need, it's like a beautiful masterpiece that you don't want to divulge to the world yet until it's complete. And that's what you need to, I think all of us need to make sure we keep doing that with our twin flames, keep them close to the chest and not um when you, that's the problem. I think one of the problems, like, a lot of people like to be in relationships because it's sort of bragging rights. It's like, I'm with this person, or I'm happily attached, and it's an appearance thing a lot of times. That's one of the things that makes us feel secure, because we're showing that we are attached to someone. But what's real security is feeling confident and good in yourself as a whole by yourself. That's the true strength. And like me, I'm so much stronger than everybody else. Look at me. I'm kidding. But I would like to brag and say, look at my amazing boyfriend. Isn't he fine? I know you wish you had this beautiful hunk of love. But sadly, I can't brag about him. But it's not about that. That bragging stuff is all the ego again, right? And we're transcending those things. We're not doing it for those purposes. We're doing this journey for a much deeper, more profound spiritual reason than anything else. And you know it. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to some. Okay, so you yeah. And so let's go on to, you got the choice of moonology, Halloween oracle, or the autumn stillite. What would you like as your third deck? You always had the choice, by the way, but of any decks. But I'm not sure which one I want to pull, and I thought I'd ask you. Actions. Words are fine, but I definitely need the actions to go with them. I'm on a roll. Okay, yeah, I like this one. Let's see what the Halloween oracle says. And the Stacey DeMarco is a really good writer. She knows how to say things just right. I have a lot of Stacey's decks. Okay, you got, ooh, this is a good one. I love Halloween as well. I'm honestly not a really big autumn fan, but I love Halloween and I love Scorpio season. Okay, so you got cauldron, synergy, and healing. This sounds good. The cauldron. It's like cups, like a big bubbling bowl of cup of love. All right, so where all things come together under pressure, flowful synergy, a new thing is created, a crucible of infinity. I love this crucible word. It means so sacrificing something for something else. But interesting. A typical depiction of a witch sees her standing over a boiling cauldron, slowly stirring the bubbling and mysterious contents. As she stirs the enormous metal pot over the raw flames, she cackles and incants commands to all the elements, transforming the contents into something magical. Cauldrons were commonly used in ancient and medieval times for everything from nightly meal to the making of medicines. This family crucible was usually placed within the hearth of the home, making it an essential part of the gathering of the family. Much healing and nourishment came from the cauldron. Should you receive the cauldron card, it indicates the importance of combining a variety of techniques or elements to get the best results. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Refuse to choose just a single rigid pathway. This is a good message. And it's like, you know how when people just think of the worst case scenario, what about think of the best case scenario? And then what about thinking about multiple scenarios? Why does it always have to be this one particular outcome all the time, you know? Um, and there's also ways to get places. There's not, we're always assuming there's only one way to do anything, but no, there's tons of ways to get to where you need to go or do what you need to do. The other thing that bugs me is like, been bothering me lately. Like for my son, for example, it's like he always thinks the only solution is to throw money at it. Only money will solve this problem. That's not gonna happen. Resourcefulness and figuring out a way how to get the money might be more important than the actual money. That journey to getting to the solution is actually what's important in your life right now, son. It's not about you know, having money. It's about what are you learning as you try to solve your problems. That's important too. Anyway, refuse to choose just one single rigid pathway when a variety of ways are there to be enjoyed and experienced. You can find your own ways to create something new. The cauldron is a deeply transformational tool. Things change once they are put under pressure. Resilience is being cultivated over time, and this means that you will be able to withstand any negative pressure much more healthily from the inside out. Interesting. And sometimes people are afraid to face the pressure, but actually, this is saying that you are strong enough to face any kind of pressure, and actually, the pressure creates this strength, this new thing, this new energy because you went through this pressure cooker pressure. Interesting, very interesting. My grandma, I was just talking about today action speed. My grandmother always said, when words and actions don't agree, believe actions because they are harder to change. I use a cauldron for protection. I use apples in all points and use salt to make the pentagram. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've been working on a court case the last few years. Yeah, it would be nice to win and have results now, but I tell myself slow and steady wins the race. They're doing all they can to make sure it's right. Well, this is a great time for court cases to be just, and the just decision to come out, the right thing to come out. Libra season is good for that. I feel like there will be some kind of judgment. And then interesting, so Libra is about justice, and then Scorpio is about judgment. So maybe the judgment will help it happen in Scorpio season, but I feel like this is definitely a period of the rights being wrongs being righted, and the right happening, and the wins happening, a win in your favor. So, but yeah, I feel like in love too, it's trying out different things. You know, it's kind of like the definition of insanity, like doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So come on, hasn't worked for you before. Why are you expecting it to work now? Change it up. Try something different. You know, that's the best way to get out of certain patterns. If you're like, observe the pattern. Don't criticize. Don't judge. Just observe. What is this pattern that I'm doing? Okay. If you don't figure it out the first time, don't beat yourself up about it. It'll have an opportunity come up again, and then you will figure it out eventually what you need to do differently. But yeah, we're all learning and growing. That's all it is. We're humans. We're gonna give ourselves a break sometime. Don't beat ourselves up, and then learn from every experience. Yeah, they want my 10-year-old. Oh no, to testify for what he did. Oh wait, okay, for what he did to her. When found guilty, he's looking at, oh no, 25 to 99 years. Then we can sue the for helping the crime. Okay, the state. Okay. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, I'm learning. I'm learning not to doubt myself and have faith in the universe. That's good. Well, yeah, I mean, good luck to you in all your endeavors, both love and legal. I feel like it definitely positive, like you felt it, and the positive changes are coming. Definitely, I've been seeing evidence of it here and there, you know, which gives me hope. So definitely feel more of that is happening for all of us. So Tiffany, last but not least is Tiffany. You're Aries and like to be in control of everything, but I'm learning to let go control on the divine. That's good. Yeah. I like that phrase, you know, don't micromanage the the universe or spirit, because but at the same time there's a healthy balance, you know, because we are create our own creators, and God is within us. But at the same time, we have to have a certain humility to know that there is a greater force also. There is the higher selves of us, but also there is this spirit, and that we co-create with. So sometimes I have to remind myself I'm not doing all of this on my own. I am doing it in conjunction with higher forces, you know. And sometimes it's also a little bit of a dance with spirit, you know. It's like sometimes you got to let go completely, let them take over, and then there's other times where spirit's urging us to put a little more effort into our end, you know. So it's a lot of back and forth like that. I think everything will, it definitely will. So I'm curious, is the autumn tarot specifically targeting for autumn reading because uh you wanted to choose two other ones? Well, yeah, this oracle, it's autumn's delight. it I mean, the words can be applied to any season. It's just the images are, I'll just like look. So like of course that one propel could represent anything, just showing a fall scenery. But yeah, all the images are fall scenery with just sort of like general messages, though, that could apply anytime. Yeah, it's a real, I really like this deck. I just, Be Loving Crystals does a really good job at finding those images that speak really well. And she also chooses, I mean, just those one, single word messages that allows you to just run with it, and you know you take it from there. She does, yeah. I mean, you definitely could. I just feel like I just like to pull it out in autumn because of the images, like I like visually to see something for this time of year. But I like this deck. Okay. I mean, and as far as love messages, the autumn deck sometimes gets me really good, specific, like almost like Lenormand messages, where you put one with one picture with one picture with one picture, and then it's like, this adds up to an equation. Okay, so would you like the romantic fairy, or would you like the tarot? Lucky, come here. Come here. There's only just a few people left on there, but they can say hi to you. Say hi. Here's my kitty. Here's my baby. My baby. You like tarot? Okay. So we'll do those. It's like, no, we'll fall asleep in your arms. How about that? Is it time for bed already? She's like, Mom, where are you? It's 11 o'clock, bedtime. Come sleep with me. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. You're sad. There's only one less. Oh, look. There's only two watching now. I'm not sad. That means that I'm going to get to go on once Terry's done. No, I'm good. Okay. They can just let well, nobody knows, but after at repost, people can watch the kitties. Oh, okay, look. So look, Tiffany, I'm about to call you Terry. Oh, she's kissing me. Look what's coming up. So a date night. And it doesn't have to be in autumn. It could be anytime, but I'm feeling sooner rather than later, and it could be some Halloween related, or like Netflix and chill, like just like watching TV and eating popcorn, or something nice and cozy for you. And look, you also have disguise. Now, in a regular time of year, you may not like disguise so much. It could represent somebody like showing a fake self, or hiding something. But this could also represent somebody that you're hanging out with, that like you're going to dress up for a costume party or something, or maybe you'll meet at a costume party, or it'll be Halloween related possibly. So that's cute. All right. And we got harmless. So this person who is in disguise, or is wearing a mask, or this could even be somebody who's very eccentric, maybe gothic, or somebody that you see on TikTok that's very unusual looking, or something like that. Is harmless. They're super sweet. They just have a very peculiar way of dressing, or very interesting style about them. Oh, nice. And they're mature. So this is definitely feeling like these are talking about sort of characteristics of a person, and then that you're gonna date next, maybe. So somebody who's kind of have an unusual, interesting appearance about them, but super sweetheart, very mature people, really fun to be with. I just feel a fun energy here. Very nice, fun energy. Okay. Let's see. What's you said romance angels, right? A romantic fairy. I could get the romance angels, but we're gonna do romantic fairy. No, ow. I get benefit of the doubt. So yeah, give them the benefit of the doubt. Give your relationship a chance with this person. You got falling love in the bottom too. Falling in love. Could be the one. All right, let's keep looking. Let's see what flips. Ooh. Okay, well I'll just give you a few more of these and then we'll go to the tarot. So love, open your heart. Love is the highest energy of all. Let it in. And a holiday. So enjoy change of scenery to spice up your love life. Normally, I take that to mean that you're going to maybe meet somebody on a holiday, but it could represent the holidays, Halloween, or you meet somebody at a holiday themed place. Now, you were trying to stay away from the autumn messages or the Halloween messages or specifically Halloween, but it looks like specifically that is what's coming through. The holidays are going to bring you new love. Let's see what the tarot has to say. You've got the Six of Bats. That means, but then it could be traveling. So I don't know if you plan to go anywhere with a boyfriend or a guy, or with girlfriends or family or whatever, but you might be meeting someone while traveling. You also have the Four of Pumpkins, which to me represents that you are saving up some money for something special. Yeah. Okay. I feel like right now, while you're thinking about it, start saving up, because I feel like pretty soon is incoming an opportunity to travel, and so it's important to be ready for it when it happens, because I think maybe it could be like sort of spontaneous. Let's see what else. Hi, Steph. All right, let's see what else. Ooh, okay. Look at that. Oh, this is so good. Ace of Pumpkins. Well, so I feel like whatever's coming through for you is going to be a huge treat. It's like abundance galore. Aces of Pentacles are about laying foundations, about commitments, about financial prosperity, abundance. And if this is about this holiday season, it means like having a really great Halloween, trick-or-treating, getting tons of candy, getting the goods, getting treated well, just general sweet treatment, kindness. Uh, Somebody who's just very generous with you, a generous offering. And then you have the Hierophant, which represents Taurus people. They may not be super talkative, but they have beautiful eyes. And you make eye contact, maybe from across the room or something. Maybe you are going to meet somebody at a Halloween party or some kind of holiday party, and you're going to hit it off right away. But there's this Yeah, but there's this kind of, and then you'll feel this connection with this person really easily. And there's more to come. Hey, and you got the star too. So this is about hopes and dreams coming true. Everything that you wish for, everything that you've been thinking of is going to happen the way you've been hoping for. It's I'm gonna read the star to you because I love the adjectives that come with the star. And then we're gonna close the night with the reading of the star. Everyone, the stars are bright, big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. I wish you a beautiful night. I'm going to read about the stars and then I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. There's a big gargoyle, but that's a protective, loving gargoyle. As gargoyles channel water, this card offers new hope, understanding, optimism, renewal, clarity, and insight, the harmony of subconscious and conscious, an outpouring of feeling. And there you go. Beautiful outpouring of feeling from maybe this really interesting, unusual, but fun, loving, sexy guy with beautiful eyes. Could be a Taurus coming through for you. Very nice. And you could either meet them during the holidays or while traveling. So keep your heart open. It could be love at first sight. Give them the benefit of the doubt. They might not be the kind of usual person that you're used to, or maybe this has to do with going to a Halloween party and you don't really like Halloween that much, and then you decide, oh, I guess I'll try it, and then you give that a chance, you give that opportunity a chance, and that's where you might find this person. But you're gonna date this person or you're going to meet them and then immediately go on a date. They're an interesting sort, or you might meet them while they're in disguise dressed as something. But they may be dressed as something scary, but they're not a scary person. They're a very sweet person and very mature. And there you have it. Good night, everyone. I love you. Sweet dreams. And see you next time. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.